Welcome to Transmissions, where we talk all Hasbro, Takara, and third-party Transformers. On this episode, Toyhax has a bunch of new label sets available for new Transformers figures. Hasbro is changing up its toy distribution strategy, and NewAge has some cool new Legends scale G1 third-party figures. Today is Wednesday, August 31st, and this is episode 501 of Transmissions.
Welcome to Transmissions, the podcast that's starting a bold new era. But it's still good. It's still good. I'm your host, Charles, aka Big C, and I'm joined by the excellent Transmissions team. Apollo, aka Robo Apollo.
Hi, everyone.
Scott, the illustrious Dr. Pants.
Hello, everyone. And was that a Simpsons reference with the "It's Still Good"?
It's
Maybe.
Charles, you know it is.
All right.
And Jeremy, aka Yakko.
Hey, how's it going? Let's talk Transformers.
As always, we start off the show by thanking our Donatreons, those lovely people who support us on Patreon and PayPal. Thank you all so much for continuing to help us out and support the show. We really appreciate it. If you are not already signed up to be a Donatreon, you can join up very easily at transmissionspodcast.com/support. And you get lots of perks, one of which we'll be showing off in this episode, so stay tuned for that. And get some bonus content. We've got new shows, new bonus shows coming up, and one coming out this week. So got a lot of stuff to look forward to. It's not too late to sign up and become a Donatreon. Okay, starting off this week, of course, with some announcements. We have the next episode of our Transformers Live Play RPG podcast, Empire of Rust. This is episode 83, Let's Split Up Gang. And this is the regular episode out on our free feed. So this is at transmissionspodcast.com/rust. It just came out on Monday, August 29th. So should already be available to you in your podcast feed. And enjoy this. We see the team going off and doing some solo adventures for a little bit, and eventually they'll probably come back together and regroup. But check
Assuming
out some
they
of the
survive.
Yes, that's all. That's nothing is guaranteed in Empire of Rust. We've already lost one main character in the show, so things happen.
They'll be fine. These guys know what they're doing.
Have you been listening to the show, Dr.
I am 100% caught up, actually. I'm ready for episode 83, so
all right.
Very, very excited.
And, of course, another thing, we've got a Thursday special episode coming this week. So Daryl's on vacation, so we don't have another Let's Talk Transformers coming out. But Jeremy and I got to sit down with FJ DeSanto and Mike Avila. Mike is the writer of the art and making of the War for Cybertron trilogy. This is an art book that's a companion piece for the War for Cybertron Netflix show, or the series of shows. And it was a great conversation with him and showrunner and producer FJ DeSanto. So check out that. We've got that coming this Thursday, tomorrow. So you can catch that on our YouTube channel and in the podcast feed, so either audio or video or both. So, well, the video is both because the audio's there. We don't do silent movies on our YouTube channel, but maybe that's some unexplored content we should think about.
Just put a video with just captions.
Yeah. And Dr. Pants and Daryl have their first episode of our Donatron exclusive, I Like Big Bots. That's coming out this week. It'll be out, should be already available in your Patreon feed as this episode goes up. So let us know what you think of it. Leave us some comments and let them know if you like it. There's more coming. So I believe over the summer.
Whether you like it or not.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
There's more there. If you enjoy it, great. If not, too bad.
Yeah.
We need content. And, Daryl and Dr. Pants had some free time. They did this over the summer. And we got a bunch of episodes in the can. So they'll be coming out over the next few weeks.
It was a lot of fun, so hopefully everybody enjoys it. It's two toy guys talking about toys and having a blast, so what's not to love?
Okay, and another perk of being a Donatron is that you are automatically entered into our Toyhax $10 gift code drawing. We do this drawing at the end of every month. Of course, if you are not a Donatron, you can still enter the contest. Just send an email to contest@transmissionspodcast.com and give us your, let us know what Transformers toy you'd like to get some stickers for from Toyhax, and we will enter your name into the contest. This month, we didn't have any extra entries, so we just have the Donatrons for this month. But yeah, we're gonna pick a winner. So some lucky person is going to get a $10 gift code courtesy of Toyhax. So, Jeremy, is your assistant ready to help us out?
Computer, are you ready?
I'm ready when you are.
All right.
See you this time.
Let's get a random number between 1 and 82.
Computer, give me a random number between 1 and 82.
Here's a number between 1 and 82. It's 69.
Nice.
Scandalous.
Bow chicka wow wow. The winner there is our good friend Marion.
Nice.
Yay.
Congratulations, Marion. Yeah. She's off in the UK, so hopefully this $10 gift code, I hope the shipping is not too bad on shipping from Toyhax. But maybe the $10 will cover the shipping. I don't know. But congratulations, Marion. We will be in touch to get you your prize and enjoy getting some stickers for your Transformers figures. Congrats. It's always nice when a friend wins, and well, you're all our friends, we know, but we've met her in person, so. But she's cool, yeah. And of course, DJ Ronan lost again.
Next time,
Good job, DJ Ronan. You worked hard for that.
Yeah. There's always next time.
All right, let's get into the show. Okay, we'll start off with quick hits. And as in keeping with the Toyhax theme, so we did our Toyhax drawing for this month, and Toyhax has just come out with a bunch of new sticker sets. They sent out one of their emails announcing them, so we're going to quickly run through them. So first up from Toyhax is a set for G-Axis, giving some super detailed wing designs, really cool labels. I'm still looking for a G2 G-Axis. One of G2 is a special place in my heart. Still looking to get that figure for my childhood or teenagehood. I guess I was already a teenager, still collecting comics. It's okay. Next up, we've got some stickers for Studio Series 86 Sludge, making it even more G1ified than it already was. So you can check that out. Then we've got Shattered Glass Jetfire stickers, an upgrade inspired by both Macross and Evangelion. So that's a really cool. He looks like he's glowing in the dark there with those stickers. Very cool. Then we've got Leadfoot, G2 Leadfoot. This is Legacy Leadfoot, so stickers based on his G2 incarnation. Makes him pop there. Then we've got the 4-pack of Ransack, Skywasp, Goldbug, and Scorponok. So the Creatures Collide pack. And stickers for all those figures. I really am just still looking for that Goldbug. That's the only one I'm really interested in. But yeah, there are other figures in there too. But yeah, these are cool. Then we've got Legacy Twin Twist. This is the Wrecker. Is it Wreck and Rule? Wreck and Rule Twin Twist. I think Jeremy, you have this figure, don't you?
Yeah, it's just the Wreck and Roll collection.
Yeah. So yeah, some new figures for this Twin Twist, and this Twin Twisted, I believe, is based on the Diaclone colors of that figure. So looks cool. Then we've got an upgrade for Legacy RC. So this is the latest RC figure to make her look really cool. Really nice stickers there. Then a conversion for Legacy Silver Streak and Earthrise or Kingdom Wheeljack to convert them into Prime Smokescreen and Prime Wheeljack. So, and also they come with the katanas that Wheeljack wielded in Transformers Prime. So, yeah, this is a really, really interesting set here. So yeah, if anyone who's a fan of the Transformers Prime characters, Smokescreen and Wheeljack, convert your Legacy and Earthrise, or Legacy and Earthrise or Kingdom figures to Prime characters. Very cool.
And they have the new Wreckers logo, so you can, since Wheeljack was a Wrecker.
Nice. And lastly, a massive update with 45 new symbol sets, and some of these for the Mercenaries from War for Cybertron. And each symbol type is offered in color and silver with varying levels of battle damage. So any fans out there of battle damage, I am not a fan of the battle damage, but if you are and you want to...
You can get them without.
Yeah. So...
With the emblem, I don't think it's as bad.
Yeah.
I don't mind that, but yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want some, and you know, these are great for your third party figures that don't have labels. So, you know, use them wherever. And that's all the Toyhax update, and that'll do it for quick hits. So let's move on to our main discussion topics.
All right. First thing we have here on to talk about is Hasbro changing their toy distribution strategy. There was an interview in Kidscreen magazine where they were talking about these changes, particularly affecting lines, the collector, or particularly it's affecting their kid-oriented lines, and we don't know how it'll affect things like Studio Series or the Legacy. But things like the Cyberverse or upcoming Earthspark, that's where you'll see this definitely take effect. And they have said that their tried and trusted models still have their place, but kids aren't playing with toys as much as they used to. So one thing that we have seen already is they're spacing out the lines in smaller waves instead of one big launch. And I think we've definitely seen that with the collector lines as well. So there's always kind of a big push every few months, it seems like. And that they say that also helps them if there is a delay or anything, they're a little bit more flexible, and rather than having, where we've seen in the past, like figures that are just completely impossible to find, you can just move that to a later wave and release what you have. So we've also seen this with like some of the Rise of the Beast toys that we've seen for the younger lines has been, you know, we've seen that in like some of the Cyberverse toys or Buzzworthy Bumblebee. And you know, I think we all kind of assumed that's what was happening, but it's interesting to see Hasbro actually coming out and saying, yeah, this is how we're adjusting to the way things are now. So just wanted to kind of talk about this. What do you guys think about, you know, their changes here? We haven't seen it as bad in the collector lines, but I mean, we have seen the shorter waves, and personally, I think that's a better way of doing it. You know, on the collector side, I think it's easier if you only have to worry in like this few month period about collecting, you know, maybe 6 or 7 figures rather than, you know, the whole line. It's easier on your wallet.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I mean, I understand that the difficulty. I mean, for them, I'm sure it's difficult for them to figure out. Like, they don't want to put product out that just sits on the shelf. I mean, the worst thing is to have stuff shelf warm. But also, I mean, at the same time, I feel like at least for kids, I mean, yeah, you need to try and time things right. You know, make sure it matches the seasonal like rhythms of retail and stuff. I mean, particularly for kids, it's like, you know, holidays and you know, maybe like early summer thing. I mean, I don't know the retail rhythms there, but for collectors who are like, I mean, it seems like the distribution for things they know are going to be in demand always seems to be short. Like, yeah. I feel like they could do a bit like since they are already like announcing stuff online, and they announce it months in advance of when the products are going to hit shelves, and of course they take pre-orders. I feel like they could move to a model where instead of like having a set number of pre-orders, just take as many pre-orders as people will put out, and then just say, you know, you'll get it when you get it, and then you can manufacture X amount for however many pre-orders you have, plus, you know, some additional percentage to cover, you know, distribution to shelves and things.
Yeah, I think part of the problem with that is, though, they're so far ahead. Like, you know, stuff for next year is probably already on boats making its way to North America.
Yeah.
It's not like the HasLab where they are making however many orders that they get. So
that's true.
It's hard to predict that.
Yeah.
But they could then use that information for like a later line, like we saw with Legacy, where a couple of like Kingdom figures and stuff came back. Because one of the things I absolutely loved was, you know, Galvatron was a little bit later in Kingdom, Blaster was later in Kingdom, and we all know that those later waves are a lot harder to get, but they showed up in Wave 1 of Legacy. They did the same thing with Astro Train and Siege, making it Wave 1 in Earthrise, and I think that's a really good idea and really helps things out. I mean, we're just going to have to wait and see. I definitely appreciate the smaller waves because it makes it easier that when a new wave gets announced, if you're collecting the whole line, you're not spending a lot of money. It's like...
Well, not all at once.
Not all at once. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's
you're
what I
spending
mean.
a lot of money.
True. Because I felt that when they announced all the Velocitron figures, because it felt like there were so many in that, and I'm like, I can't order all of these. And, yeah. Shelf warming. I mean... The only things I've seen shelf warm a lot lately are at Walmart, those Legacy exclusive Beast Wars repaints. The Buzzsaw, the Sandstorm, and all of those. Like, my Walmart has so many of those, and they're exclusive toys, and apparently no one wanted them.
And they're the lesser known characters. And,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if you're going to get exclusive toys, you really need to have the more known characters.
Yeah. But I think this is just going to be something we're going to have to wait and see. I do like that they did do the Rise of the Beast figures as like Cyberverse toys and Buzzworthy Bumblebee, and they're not just sitting around. Like they did something with them, and they fit. I mean, I think it works. Why not?
Yep. Yeah, it's funny though seeing the like that Optimus Prime, that he's clearly got the movie based design with his head sculpt and everything, and it's like, here's a Cyberverse toy. It's like,
It's like,
okay.
really?
Kids won't know the difference.
Yeah. I like the idea of a smaller wave because when ever since getting into this, now I've been in the fandom for 5 years, I think, and collecting these toys. It's, when they release these big waves in the past, like there'll be toys that are just, as you said, shelf warmers, and then the one that you can never find, the one that you need for your collection. So I think it will be nice to have a smaller selection of figures to buy, not only for our wallets and budgets, but also for just finding these toys. Like if you don't pre-order them and you happen to go into, a store and see it on the shelf, you have a better option of getting it. So, at least in my opinion, but because what happens, and I'm sure this happens with you guys now, especially now, is that I go in a store like today, Target, and all they have is Legacy Bulkhead. There's no one else. So it's like, well, if, their focus was smaller and it was like maybe like 3 figures or 5 or whatever number they decide instead of like 10, like what is the average wave size of figures, do you guys know?
I want to say it's typically like 7, because it always seems like there's about 4 deluxes, 2 Voyagers, and a leader, maybe a
commander.
Maybe a commander, or it might be 2 leaders, but if they do 2 leaders, typically one's like a re-release again. But that seems to be what it is now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's good to know. Thanks. Because if it was like 3, let's just say if it's just 3 that they focus on, but it's a shorter period of time, you have a chance to actually get those figures, because there'll be more of those figures than them releasing 7 at once, and there's maybe less of them because of production issues and whatnot. So.
Yeah.
I don't know if I live like if my town has like 50 or 10 or 50 Transformers collectors, because my local Target is always bare. Like, it's like every time you go into the toy section at Target, everything's fully stocked, and I go to the Transformers section and it's empty. Like, why are all the other toys fully stocked and the Transformers section is always empty? Does someone, like some random collector, just come and clear out this section every week? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that happens a lot, actually.
There has to be, because the same thing happens to me, but I've run into people clearing out Hot Wheels. I've run into people clearing out Marvel Legends, and people clearing out Gundam model kits at Target. That one got me mad. They took the last one I wanted, and he was brazen about it. But my personal feelings.
I do think something is good that they're doing on these, like we said, they were taking pre-orders with a lot of the exclusive figures that are like a Walgreens exclusive or whatever. They don't generally, or at least in the past, they didn't have the ability to sell that anywhere else, and they had to wait until the deal was over before they could use that mold again. But we've seen in the recent ones where it might be an Amazon exclusive, but you could pre-order on Hasbro Pulse, and it's like a limited shared exclusive, and I think that helps also, get it out to more collectors in a more predictable manner.
Yeah, that is nice, especially with something like Walgreens exclusives, because as I've said before, like my closest Walgreens, it was an hour away, closed down.
And those are always a lot more expensive than anywhere else too.
Yeah,
it's true. It's true. So if they do put them up on Hasbro Pulse, it makes it easy. That was a nice thing about the Velocitron set. The nice thing about the Amazon exclusives, Cosmos ran out real quick, but it was there. You could pre-order it if you wanted.
Yep. I think Daryl might have something to show us when he comes back. I checked your Twitter, Daryl, and I saw you got something at a Walmart. So yeah, he was successful. I think he struck gold with this Cosmos. So
wait, you knew Daryl was on Twitter?
I even followed him.
Oh.
All right. Well, what's our next topic?
Well, I've got images of a new NewAge figure. This is H46 Backdraft. This is a Legend Scale G1 Inferno. So, we have some lovely images of this. It looks very, very G1, very NewAge, like kind of masterpiece, but tiny. It looks fantastic. I'm not going to lie. I love these images they did with the Teletran 1 arc background, and then you've got the fire and the explosions and everything. Great use of those effect parts. The one that does come with those, of course, the water sploosh out of the cannon like we see here. And he does come with extra hands. You can do the widespread hands like you see in this image right here. Comes with his gun, comes with his hose hand.
Does he come with that Kremzeek?
I don't think so, because that looks like... I think that's the Kremzeek that came with the... Oh, I can't remember what it was called. It was the Reflector, like, Recon set, that exclusive box set. It looks like the Kremzeek that came with that.
Oh, was that the Hasbro?
The San Diego one?
Yeah, I think so. That's what it looks like. It could be another one. I don't know. But
this looks like everything it comes with.
Yeah. I mean, NewAge does some great stuff. They're really G1 accurate, and I think they do a great job with their transformations. The character looks really, really cool. My only complaint, and it's on this image right here we see, is when he flexes his arm, there is a Phillips head screw right at his elbow.
Yeah.
I don't normally mind it, but it's right there. And I feel like it's just a bad place to put it.
Just don't have him in that pose.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's fine. And normally, like I said, it wouldn't bother me. And I'm sure if I had the toy, it wouldn't bother me because it looks so good. I'm not the biggest Inferno fan. I would probably wait until they did an Artfire repaint of this. But it does look really good, so... What's everyone else thinking? We down for a Legends scale Inferno?
Well,
Inferno's never been my favorite, but this is a really good looking toy. Yeah.
I won't be buying it, but they do make nice looking stuff. These are like masterpiece level figures, but at a smaller scale, like in regards to just how well they look.
Yeah.
And more affordable.
That too.
Yeah. I think this looks really good. I'm also not the biggest Inferno fan, but I do like what they've done here. It looks really good. And if you can see, like in this picture here, Optimus Prime also has a visible screw like on his waist. So I think it's hard to do with this size class.
Yeah, and like I said, normally pins and screws don't bother me. It was just, I also thought it was weird that it was in the elbow like that.
Right.
Normally it's in the side or something, but like that, it was just really weird.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be a way where you could like paint it or cover it with something that's the same color as the plastic to hide that.
I'd almost want to say if they had used maybe a darker screw too, like maybe a black one or something, kind of like what we see in Optimus, it wouldn't be as visible. I think it's the fact that it's silver on red. But again, it's a nitpick on a character or on a figure that looks really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I kind of love this, and like I said, if they're almost guaranteed to do an Artfire, and I love the Target Masters, so if they do one, and if he comes with a Target Master, I may have to pick it up. But I think Apollo might have another NewAge figure. So what do you have?
I do. I have NewAge Toys H45 Firefox, which is their Legends scale Skyfire. This toy looks fantastic. This is based off of the G1 cartoon version of Skyfire, not the toy, the G1 toy, which we know was based off of a Macross toy originally. So I think he looks great. He looks like the cartoon character from G1. They always do a good job with their toys and figures. I'm not going to be buying this because I'm just on a budget right now, but he looks really good. And if you want a Legend scale figure that's like a masterpiece quality figure, I'd check this out. And some of the commentary I've read in the forums is if they're going to do a G1 toy version of him, that's probably a little more complicated just because, the original toy, there's just lots of layers of complications. I think the transformation would be very different too. So, but I think this looks really cool. If you're looking for like G1 cartoon accurate toy, this is it. That's affordable because I don't know what the masterpiece is going for, and I imagine it's very expensive. This will be a lot cheaper.
I think the masterpiece is going for around like $240, $250. I think I was surprised because it was around, I think it was cheaper than Masterpiece Starscream was.
Oh, wow.
And this one's going for $160. So, I mean, it's still more affordable than the Masterpiece is.
Yeah.
And it also takes up less space.
Yes. Considerably.
Oh, yes. It is a great looking figure. I mean, honestly, this looks like the Masterpiece, like, just shrunk down. It looks really, really good. And I love that One Image still has, even though you can't put they can't put the emblems on it themselves, it looks like his chest plate there. Yeah, it flips around, so you can put Decepticon logo on one side, Autobot on the other. It looks really, really good. I love it. I love it.
Toyhax sticker set coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
This isn't a...
I like when I saw that I knew that piece would flip around, and I was just waiting to see a logo, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's a third party. But it's neat that they show it flipping regardless.
Yeah, it's a good way to get around it. If they did do a toy deco of it, I would consider it because I have such a soft spot for that Valkyrie design and like that color scheme that I would consider it. But this looks really, really good, really clean.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this is one of the better looking third-party Jetfires that I've seen. Like, I mean, we've seen a bunch of them, but I think they've really refined what that character should look like. And especially you have the little Gerwalk mode as well with the airplane with legs and just all the different poses that they put him in here. I think this looks really good, and it's probably going to be one of the bigger Legends scaled figures because just how big the character is. But I think they did a great job with this.
I think I saw it say it was 7 inches, that's considerable for a Legend scale.
I mean,
that's almost
that's a deluxe, or
That's a deluxe.
That's like Voyager now. I think.
Yeah, Voyager, yeah.
Cool.
Oh.
It is Starscream adjacent, Apollo. So
I know. I know. I have to really, maybe if I go to TFCon and I see it there, I'll treat myself.
Put it on your wish list.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Treat myself. Yeah, and I like to hear all these different action shots, and this toy is strong. If it can lift up the Megatron, there's a picture of him lifting up their Megatron version. Like, this thing is strong. It's not falling over. Like, this is a really tough toy. So got a lot of good selling points with it.
Can we also just give credit to whoever's taking pictures for NewAge? Because both this and the Backdraft have some amazing photography going on.
Yeah.
I love it. Hasbro, take notes.
Yeah.
This is how you do toy photography.
Yes.
Hasbro's been doing pretty good with their photography with backgrounds. Like the Legacy has like the rainbow sand and stuff, but it's just this one I also have to complain. It's got where was it? White character with a white background.
Not the
best. Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
In a light box or something.
We need contrast.
It was always I think I didn't discover this until we interviewed Greg Berger a few years ago, is that he did the voice of Skyfire in addition to Grimlock, and it was always going back and watching G1. You can if you listen closely you can tell, but he did such a great job with distinct voices outside of Grimlock. So there's no voice chip in this Legends figure, but I just thought
you can put one in.
Yeah.
Figure it out. People have done crazier things.
That's true.
Okay, well, that's all our toy topics, so let's move on to our trips to the store. This is where we show off all the awesome Transformer stuff we got this week. We do this as part of our video. We're all video now, so it's going to be here every week. So we're not going to have a separate trips to the store video. It'll just be right here in the show. We do have time codes, so you can skip to it really quickly if you just want to see what we got every week. But without further ado, trips to the store.
The Transmissions Podcast will return after these messages.
All right, and Trips to the Store is brought to you by our friends at TeePublic. So if you want to help out the show and support Transmissions, you can get some cool Transformers themed shirts. These are all Transmissions shirts. But if you buy anything from TeePublic through our special link, that will help us out. So if you go to transmissionspodcast.com/shop, that's where you can buy anything from TeePublic, and they do frequent sales. I believe there might be a Labor Day sale coming this week, so check that out. Usually they do like 35% off sales. So yeah, 35% off, and everything you buy gives us a little bit of a kickback if you use our link. So again, transmissionspodcast.com/shop. All right, let's talk about the stuff we got this week. We didn't do an order, but
No, he didn't.
Didn't.
Surprise!
but I have old stuff, so I it's probably safe for me to go first because I don't have a lot of stuff to show off. I did try to go to the store and see if I could find something. You know, I mentioned the Cosmos I'm looking for. Also looking for an Elita 1. A Minerva. Minerva's got to be out there somewhere since apparently it's already showed up in stores, even though Hasbro hasn't announced it. But I was not lucky to find anything. So we were cleaning out our closet, and we have found we have a bunch of toys that our kids never opened and never played with. So we're trying to just get rid of them. And I did find some Transformer stuff in there. So this is a Constructbots Bumblebee.
Oh wow.
So yeah, you can see it's not Legos, but it is building toy thingy, and it's little pieces, and you can build it as a robot or a vehicle. It
was Hasbro's attempt, like around the Creo time.
Yeah,
I think it was before Creo.
So yeah, maybe this will go in a prize pack at some point for future shows. So you don't have to buy it from me.
Do a build video, more content.
We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, that might be fun.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll think about it. But there it is. Also, this was something that was my son's. I believe it was his 8th birthday. One of my son's friends gave him a Hero Mashers Optimus Prime. He's about to turn 16 now, so he doesn't want this anymore. But he never opened it, and yeah, we've got it. So Hero Mashers, and these are the kind of figures that you pull them apart, you can mix and match them. I think they did these for Marvel characters too. They had a bunch of other toy lines for these characters, but this is the Transformers one. This is Optimus Prime. You can see on the back. There's a bunch of others. I think you'll probably have to go to eBay if you want to find any of these. I don't know if they're running for very expensive or anything, but yeah, this is completely unopened. It will probably stay that way because I'm not planning to play with it. No one here is interested in it at this point, but it's a cool figure, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
That building figure, that would be a fun thing to do at like TFCon, have someone come up and, they can have it if they can do it under a certain time.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool.
I don't know.
All right. Well, TFCon Chicago is coming soon, so think about that maybe. All right, maybe Apollo, you go next. What do you got?
So I've been wanting a Galvatron figure for a long time. Ever since I saw the Kingdom one, I was not a fan of the battle damage, and I knew there were some fixes for that, involving, I believe, hydrogen peroxide and things like that. But I was very patient and waited a very long time, and I got Legacy Galvatron. So.
Nice.
I'm very, very happy about this. I have not opened him yet, but I am very happy to add this to my G1 1986 movie shelf and collection. So the artwork on this box is amazing. I saw someone commented on Twitter, I believe it was Brentasaur, who said like Legacy's the best Transformers line, and I'm starting to think it might be. So, I think I love the packaging on this box, and I think it's really beautiful, and I'm really excited to open this up later.
Cool.
The packaging on some, like, especially the leader figures, because we get that full image, it's really good. Really good.
Yeah, I just love the use. I'll put it back in here. Like, there's like these neon colors and like the purple, like, colors that aren't really common in the Transformers brand. They use a lot of red and blue, but like, this is just really cool. So
that's some G2 vibes.
For
bright
sure.
neon colors. Give me early 90s stuff again.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes, agree. And that's all
right.
I have.
Awesome. Yeah, that Galvatron is great. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I was not a fan of the battle damage, and I wanted a clean Galvatron too. Although I did see him in the stores, but I didn't pick him up. So now seeing you have it, it's giving me a little bit of FOMO. So
Yeah, it might be one to pick up.
Yeah. Cool.
They are easier to find than the Kingdom ones too.
Yeah, yeah. All right, Jeremy, how about you next?
All right. I just have one thing, and Dr. Pants showed this last week, and it has made its way to me. I have the Velocitron collection, the Legacy Scourge, and of course I opened it. So here he is in all of his pink and teal glory with his upside down G2 Autobot logo. It's awesome.
Love it.
I do wish the trailer was a little bit shinier, but what can you do? But it still looks good. So now he can go along with my original. This is the what was it? The video game.
That's the War for Cybertron.
It's video game War for Cybertron line.
Yeah.
Who's not really? He's more of a Nemesis Prime, but of course I've got the original there, which I know Dr. Pants doesn't have.
He's still such a cool figure, though. I love it.
Yeah, and then thanks to Daryl at TFCon, I have a little bitty one.
Oh,
He's so cute.
It's a baby.
Yeah.
It's
It's
Scourge Junior.
Hey, you got the whole
baby.
family.
Yeah.
So anyway, I am very happy with this, and I figured even though I have the Optimus Prime one with just the regular sword and using this thing as a shield, but he's got to have a bigger sword, so combine them.
Nice.
So that is all I got this week.
Are you going to get the DNA upgrade kit to do stuff with the trailer?
I don't know. I'll have to see. We've got a lot of expenses coming up. I have to get a tree taken down in our front yard, so
Oof.
Ooh, yeah.
probably not. I don't know.
Well, I'm getting it. I'll let you know.
Okay.
And I'll let you know if you have to get it.
It might be one of those things where I'll like keep my eye on at TFCon. But that's all I got.
Okay, Dr. Pants, we'll wrap it up with you.
So it's a weird week because I was just on here last week and I showed everything off and I didn't really get anything new from the store, but while we were recording the alt mode last week, I might have made a purchase in the middle of the show because of what we were talking about. And I was feeling nostalgic, and because I never finished it, I bought a copy of Transformers Fall of Cybertron because of the 10-year anniversary, and I need to finish it. So I had some credit through GameStop. They had it on their website. It was $20, and I paid for the shipping, and that was basically it. And I have started it. Such a fun game. I love these games.
The story is so good.
It's, oh my God. It's great. It's just so cool. And I miss this kind of era of games where it feels like an arcadey shooter and everybody's big and beefy and explosions everywhere. I love this. This is so much fun.
And it's physical media, so they can't take that away from you.
That's true. That's true.
Yes. Even though my PlayStation I might have voided the warranty a few months ago to do some things to it, I still wanted a physical copy of this. So, but yeah, no. Great set of games. If you can get a chance to get the War for Cybertron or Fall of Cybertron games, they are absolutely fantastic. Very much worth playing through. I hope at some point we get like either a new one or a re-release. Like, I know High Moon... Is it High Moon? Yeah, High Moon Studios.
Yeah.
I know they're not around anymore, but like...
I mean...
Please
yeah,
more?
The rights are so messed up. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
Activision put out the game, but they don't have the license anymore.
Yeah. I mean, no one ever talks about the third one, by the way, Rise of the Darkspark.
That's like Superman 3. It never happened. Or Superman 4.
I think Daryl has that game. He played it. Maybe we can get his. If you're still in the chat, Daryl, send a type a little comment.
I am actually friends with one of the level designers from that game. He gave me the lowdown on why Rise of the Darkspark turned out the way it did.
Ooh.
That needs to be a future one-on-one talk.
Yeah.
He's actually in an episode of Nerdstradamus. We talked with him a little bit. We didn't specifically talk about that. We talked about level design in general, but I was just curious and sat down and talked with him about it. So, yeah, maybe I'll hit him up at some point and be like, hey, you want to come talk about this game?
Yeah. So, awesome.
But that is all I got this week. It's interesting.
Okay, well, that will do it for Trips to the Store. So let's get back to the show.
We now return to the Transmissions Podcast.
Okay, we're back from our trips to the store, and we'll move on to convention news.
All right, just one thing this week. TFCon Chicago that we were just talking about. It's October 21st through 23rd. And they have announced that Sarah Petra Durocher is going to be there. She's a fantastic artist on tons of stuff. Probably most known for her run on Till All Are One, but she's done everything up to this newest continuity that just ended. So awesome to see her there. If you have a chance to get some of her art, you should. She's just amazing. So happy to see her back at the show and really looking forward to TFCon. So that's all our convention news this week.
All right, and we'll finish up the show with some feedback. All right, we've got some episode 500 feedback. Folks still giving us some well wishes, so we appreciate that. First up is our old friend, Dual Mirrored Gridwork. So he sent his comment in a little bit. So unfortunately, he sent it after we recorded episode 500, so we didn't get to put it in there. But serendipity, some of the things he asked for, we actually were able to deliver to him in episode 500. So he did ask us to please bring Yoshi back, and Yoshi came back. So you're welcome. But yeah, Dual Mirror Gridwork has been with us for a long time. He's also been a Donatron for a long time as well. He mentions how he first heard of us through Rob Springer on Radio Free Cybertron. So I think when Rob was doing a solo show for a little while, he gave us a shout out there, and that's when DMG found out about us and started listening. And he says he still wakes up early for work at 3 a.m. on weekdays. So, and we usually put the show out the night before, so everyone has a chance to download it. Especially, we have folks in the UK who are listeners too, so hopefully it goes up for them early, and so he gets it too. So glad you're still able to listen. Sorry you have to get up at 3 a.m. every morning, still, unfortunately, but glad you're still listening. I think he has a question for Daryl, so I guess we'll save that until Daryl's back. But DMG likes to he likes to write a significant amount, so his feedback is quite quite substantial. So we appreciate that. So thanks DMG for writing in. Thanks for the well wishes for episode 500. We really appreciate it. And he says, "Here's to 500 more." We'll see.
He also says he's still waiting on me to do that review of the Tycho train set. And I have talked about it. I've never actually put it together. Kind of afraid, but maybe I'll try to do that this fall sometime when things calm down a little bit.
Yeah. And he's telling Mike that he's downloaded all the episodes of Empire of Rust. So he's listening to that as well. Yeah, much better than Daryl. Yep.
Downloaded it.
I think he did listen too. I hope that means he listened to it too. Yes. All right. We got a couple more comments, and this came on our Discord. Dinobot Maximize, another long-time listener and supporter. Thanks, Dinobot Maximize, for all the times you supported us, and glad you're still out there. And he just says he wants to say congratulations on hitting 500. I may have taken a break from Transformers for a while, but I still listen to the best Transformers podcast out there, and it was great to hear the almighty Yoshi again, and of course, Supreme John Paul Bove. It wouldn't be the same without them. Some of the best episodes had them on. The great one where Big C was alone and lost complete control is still one of my favorites. Yeah. That was me, Yoshi, JP, and Nicole on that show. And yeah, Yoshi was no help there.
Really?
So that was fun. I'll have to go back into the archives and listen to that. I forget even that was early. I forget what episode number that was, but
I mean,
yeah, it was.
I don't know Yoshi that well, and I've only met JPB once, but they both seem like agents of chaos. So that show is probably amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Nicole is also, she's another agent of chaos there. So yeah, she was a character too. So yeah, we'll have to see if we can get. I haven't talked to her in a little while, so I have to see what she's up to. Maybe she'll want to come back on the show. Her and Lady Wreck were big time Transformers fans out, and also they've been to TF Nation several times. So yeah, cool. And last comment from one of our newer listeners, but he's been very active on the Discord, very active recently, and is also a Donatron too. So the man named Bambi. Congratulations on 500. Out of the 3 Transformers podcasts I started listening to back in 2020, while waiting for my second shoulder surgery while doing Transformers shopping runs, you guys and one other are the only ones left. To Dr. Pants, to Dr. Reginald C. Pants, Esquire IV.
Thank you.
I'm glad I'm not the only person dealing with back-to-school college students at my local Walmart. Last week it was University of Maryland, Eastern Shore, and this week is Salisbury University with the addition of the National Folk Festival. So,
oof. Good luck.
Yeah, it's always September somewhere. Wasn't that the same? When school starts back up, and yeah, it gets crazy out there. So be safe. Be safe for your toy hunting out there. Be careful out there. And that's it for feedback. And that will take us to the end of this episode of Transmissions. As always, we end the show by giving a shout out to our Masterpiece Donatrons. These are the folks who continue to support us at our highest level on Patreon, and we really appreciate that. So thank you once again to John Forks Levengood and Demon Tech 82. We give you guys a shout out in every episode. And again, thanks to our awesome co-hosts for hanging out with us. Apollo, why don't you tell everyone where they can find you online?
Yeah, well, thanks for having me on. I always enjoy being here. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at RoboPaulo. I also am very active on the Transmissions Discord, so I highly recommend that you join this if you haven't already for, a good, positive Transformers community, and it's a really fun place to be.
Awesome. Yeah, and you can get to that at transmissionspodcast.com/Discord. So very easy to find it and sign up. Dr. Pants, what's going on in the world of Nerdstradamus?
Same thing that always does. It's a bunch of nerds doing dumb stuff. This is what we do. We're a bunch of filthy casuals playing video games, making idiots of ourselves. It's a great time. I love it. That sounded disingenuous, and I'm being very serious. I do love it. I love what we do. But make sure to check us out at nerdstradamus.com. And if you want to find our main outlet, it's youtube.com/nerdstradamus, our YouTube channel where we post all our gaming videos. We go live usually like twice a week. We do music videos, all this fun stuff. Just come, join, have a great time, join us live. A couple of you already have. Shout out to Dinobot Maximize. He's there for almost every stream. So come join the fun. We like to chit-chat while we play video games poorly. Maybe I can convince my friends to play Fall of Cybertron on stream.
Ooh.
It's doubtful, but I'm going to try. Worst comes to worst.
It's a good game.
It is a good game, but worst comes to worst, I'll play it myself. I'll do my own stream with Transformers.
Well, definitely let us know if you do that. We will promote it here and make sure we let everyone know, because and I'm gonna try. Let me know too, because I want to check that out too. I mean, I never finished the game myself, so maybe I'll vicariously live it through you.
Well, and that's why I got it. I never finished it, and it's like, well, I got to do it now. It doesn't matter if it's single player.
That's what vicariously means, Daryl.
Yeah, and in all honesty, like a lot of the games we play on stream are single player, and we'll just trade controllers back and forth, or we just rag on each other while we play them. So
All fun.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, that'll do it for this episode of Transmissions. Thanks, everyone, for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Transmissions. If you'd like to join the conversation, travel to our Discord channel at transmissionspodcast.com/Discord. Want some cool transmission swag? Feast your eyes on our transmissions gear at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. If you'd like to support our podcast, go to transmissionspodcast.com/support or tell your friends about our show. We'll see you next time.